Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, the RUBE Goldberg Report. How the tables have turned. Shout out to the professionals that keep me paid. Why won't my password reset? I've tried everything. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. The RUBE Goldberg Report. It's been a long time since I've worked in an IT department, but I thought I'd share a tale from my time with the chronically underappreciated. First, a little background. I am not a developer or an engineer. I don't claim to be any sort of technical guru. I just like computers and have a healthy amount of curiosity. I worked a few tech support type jobs in college, but my degree is in accounting, and I started my career as a CPA before moving over to IT in the mid-late 2000s. One of those jobs was with a hardware company supporting their supply chain team and a shadow IT team. And that brings us to the story for today. Wednesday morning. An early in his career super novice is sitting at his desk when Bossman walks in. Bossman, hey super. I just spoke with VP, and he wants to automate this report that EMEA guy is creating manually every week. Can you take care of that? Super, I can take a look. What is the report for? And where does the data come from? Bossman, EMEA guy is taking the info from 4 other reports, doing some analysis, then compiling that into another report that he emails to VP. Super. Sounds easy enough. I'll talk to the BI guys about it. Bossman, that'll take too long. I told VP you'd have this done by Friday. Super, so we're not going to build a new report? You want me to automate this process locally? Bossman, yes. Just pull the data into Excel. Super, that's, well, can you at least give me the reports he's looking at? Bossman, sure, I'll send them over. Those are emailed to everyone and EMEA guy pulls the data from there. Super, okay. What am I supposed to do with this? I can't read data from a PDF and emailing them to me doesn't help. I'll talk to the team and get them to put the data in CSVs in a shared drive so I can pull them. Bossman, I'll talk to them. It'll be faster if I make the ask. A couple hours pass, and it's now Wednesday afternoon. Bossman, the BI team is going to email you the data for each report in an Excel file. Super, so, instead of just creating an actual report for what we want, you're asking me to figure out how to automate the extraction of data from 4 emailed Excel files, do a bunch of analysis, then email it to the VP. I was very inexperienced. I learned a big lesson here. I should have said this can't be done, taken the hit, and forced this to the BI team. Instead I said I'll see what I can figure out. No matter what you think the answer is here, it is nowhere near as Frankenstein crazy as what I came up with. Use VBA to scan every email for the appropriate Excel attachment and download those Excel files to a local directory. Use Windows scheduled jobs to scan the directory until all 4 Excel files were present, then open MS Access. Why use Access instead of just going directly to Excel? 2 reasons. 1. At the time, Excel didn't accept any command line parameters, and I didn't want to risk an email going out by putting all of the commands in Excel's on start option. And 2. I thought, mistakenly I might add, that I could make better use of the data if it was in relational tables. From Access, via VBA. Open all 4 Excel files and extract the relevant data to the appropriate tables. Do a bunch of analysis. Create a new Excel sheet and import all of the relevant data and analysis. Create the mail envelope with new Excel sheet attached and push that into the local Outlook client. Send email. At this point, I'm sure everyone can see about 1,000 things wrong with this solution, but it worked, kinda, most of the time. Fast forward to Friday morning. Super, hey bossman, here's the report. It's going to fail about 25% of the time, but since this is not mission critical, and is just going to VP once a week, it should be okay. Bossman, that's fine. We just needed to free up EMEA guy from spending half of every Wednesday on it. Fast forward a month. Multiple requests have come through to add to the report, and it is now running 4 times per day, is emailed to every VP, director, and manager in the department plus 2 C-level execs, and is very definitely mission critical. And, as predicted, is failing about a quarter of the time. Fortunately, I was already on my way out the door and left for a new job shortly after, but here's the kicker. This was well over 10 years ago. I heard from a colleague a couple weeks ago that my old PC is now sitting under my old boss desk, logged in with my username, and still running that report 4 times a day. I'm still not sure if I should be proud of getting that janky, duct-taped solution to work or ashamed of bringing that monstrosity into this world. Maybe both. How the tables have turned. Something a little different for you guys. I'm a field service engineer that specializes in medical products. A lot of the stuff I do is high-end eye scanners, lasers and optical testers, but today's tale is about a simple table. Customer books me in to come fix an equipment table that won't go up anymore. These are motorized tables that you can adjust the height of to accommodate different patients. Customer said he wouldn't be there, but others would, and they'd show me where the table was. I drive out to the site 40 minutes away, and spend another 15 finding parking. I go to the office and guess what, it's closed and no one's around. So I call the customer. He thought someone would be there, but no, it's dead quiet. He asked me to find the building manager as she could let me in. I find her office, but guess what, she's not there either. But there's a mobile number. I call the number. No answer. Bugger. The customer is trying to call around to see if someone can let me in when the building manager calls me back. I explain the situation and she says she can get the cleaner to let me in, but first she needs to talk to the proprietor of the office. Unfortunately, she doesn't know the person I've been talking to, and needs to hear the okay from someone else I've never heard of. So a round robin of calls later and the customer has contacted the person the building manager knows who has called the building manager who called the cleaner who let me in. I can finally get to work. I find the table, and it's a model I've never seen before. I check it, and it is indeed not going up anymore. There's a digital readout showing some sort of message, but it's only 3 letters RES, which doesn't mean anything to me. The down button engages the motor, but since it's already at the bottom position it doesn't go anywhere. The up button does nothing. The switches are old and worn, so maybe they are faulty? I pull the switch box apart and run some tests. Continuity is good and shorting the switch directly does nothing. Not the button. So now I have to pull the table apart. The main control unit is under the table, which is all the way down, so I have to lie under the table and unscrew the heavy metal plate that holds all the power points and the circuitry. I put a chair under it so it doesn't drop on my head when I take the last screw out. At least I wasn't that dumb, no, not today anyway. I get the panel off and find an enclosed box that acts as the control board for the table. More screws and a bit of pushing and swearing to get it out. Oddly, there is only one screw on the unit itself. I undo it, but it won't open. Looks like it's a sealed unit. Bugger again. Now what? I decided to go back and look at the control panel. As I'm looking, I see a post-it note stuck to the table. If table goes into reset mode, RES, hold the down button until it clears. I hold the down button. I count to 5. The message disappears and the display is now showing the table height. I try the up button. Table goes up, table goes down, table goes up, table goes down. I shake my head. 20 minutes later I have the table all back together, and all the machinery plugged back in. I call the customer and tell them it's fixed. We all know RTFM and RTFS, so I guess now RTFP should also apply when there's a post-it note telling you exactly what to do. Shout out to the professionals that keep me paid. Had a lovely call today, which started on Saturday. Saturday, received a photo of a print server device which connects USB printers to a network. Text reads, "I can't print." Monday, MLK Day, I arrive at the home office of this CPA. All the lights are off and the open sign is off. I open the door and realize the owner is not there. Quickly close it and notify the EU they forgot to lock their door. Today. Call from EU. EU, thank you for telling me that my door was unlocked. I had XYZ repairman coming to fix such and such, and they forgot to lock it. Come over whenever. I can't print. Me, I saw the ticket and just wanted to verify the problem. You can't print. Is there anything else going on? EU, I can't print to any of my 3 printers. I have one printer that won't pick up paper. I can't access my tax program. My phone internet is slow. And I can't access the internet from my computer. Me, did you move anything? EU, we rearranged the office. I arrive on site. The home office is a mess. They run 3 businesses from this space. Everything is out of place. I organize the EU's desk. Quickly find the source of the problem. They accidentally used their ISP modem as the router, and had the router's incoming port plugged into the modem's incorrect port. The whole time the EU, a very nice Mexican woman who has known my family for a generation, is making pleasant small talk. The entire time thanking me over and over again for coming over. Here is the list of things I did. Organized the desk. Properly set up their router. Properly routed the modem to the router. Removed the WSD print option from 2 printers. Deleted the printers from the computer. The same printer was installed 4 times. Taped over the ports of the modem which are unused. Removed the $100 printer which costs 25 cents to print a page at EU's request. Eliminated the USB print server. The photo they sent me, the item they thought was responsible for their ability to print, hadn't been used in 8 years. However, it was still plugged in. Eliminated about 6 cords that were not used. Alerted the EU to a faulty outlet which is shorting out. Routed all electronics to an outlet which is good. Total time on site 44 minutes. End of the call. EU thanks me again. Explains that they have had their tech-savvy cousin, son, grandson, and housekeeper as their tech support since the last time I supported them. Then said the most honest thing, I know how to run my program. I don't know anything else about IT, computers. The EU paid on site. And then bought XYZ from my company. I hadn't been at this customer's site in 7 years. The last time I was there I fixed a Mac, bad HDD. Apparently the EU had been told by a young family member that they could have done that for free. Hence why I had not been on site for 7 years. Why won't my password reset? I've tried everything. This is my first ever Reddit post, so please be nice. Smiley face. My fiancé said this was worth posting here, he thought you all would enjoy it. This happened a few years ago. I work for a software distributor, we sell a bunch of different software, and I am required to provide tech support for them. I don't have any experience with support roles prior to this, but I'm a quick learner, and I find it interesting. I got a fairly standard email from a user of one of the programs we sell. They wanted to reset their password to reinstall the program. I said no problem, here is the link to reset your password. She emails back she reset the password, but the program isn't recognizing her new password. We go back and forth a couple times, but nothing is working, so I tell her I'll email the company that makes the program for more help. In the meantime, I give access to my version of the program so she can keep working. After a week, I recontact her to ask if everything got sorted. She let me know it's all fixed now, but in her words, that was some BT. She forwards me the email chain between her and the company's tech support. There's a lot of back and forth, with her getting more frustrated with every email, because she is doing everything they ask her, and it's just not accepting her new password. Eventually they tell her they discovered a bug, and it's all fixed now, and if she goes through the process of resetting her password it will work. She does this and it finally works and everything is resolved. Turns out when the company that makes the software, not my company, set up their password reset facility, they didn't add case sensitivity to it. So when she was resetting her password she was using her original password with some case changes, e.g. case v case. But when the comparison between her new password and the old password was being made, it only compared letters not case, so case was evaluated to case. Because it evaluated the change to be the same as the original, no change was made when she reset her password because it was the same as what was already there. Apparently it's been like this for years. I'm surprised this hasn't come up before, especially since it requires you to select case-sensitive letters when you first enter your password, and a lot of people use the same password with some case changes for a lot of things. Is this kind of bug normal? Is it even a bug? I thought it seemed more like a bad mistake than a bug to me, but as I said, I haven't been doing this for long and I'm not formally trained. Anyway, reading through all the emails it was quite amusing to me, so I thought I'd share, smiley face.